Sorry about the slight delays, everybody, but I am here. I'm back. Nice to see you all here again. Welcome to the sportiest stream. Hopefully, everybody is doing well out there. We've got an interesting night of action. In fact, we've got some Blackline Championship Series action on the stream. Rarely do we ever get the stream on this league on my stream. I'm gonna try to make sure I do that more for you guys in the future because this league is insane. I love what the action this league has. A lot of really high level action. Some of the highest level action you can actually get in Amateur Rocket League in this one. Actually, I scratched that. The highest level of action of Amateur Rocket League you can get from this league. Let's take a look at our schedule. Notice we don't have one, but two Blackline Championship Series matches coming up. Starting off with the Grand Circuit, then we're going to the Challenger Series here as well. Again, two matches. The last time I can remember that I've ever had two matches on the stream, and I did have to check this. It was something I was doing before the stream started. I was checking how long it has been since I may have had the last time I've had a double Blackline. A stream with two Blackline matches on it, because it has been a while. It hasn't been. The last time I got Blackline on a stream was I think like 12 days ago. It was 12 days ago with like New Age Rogues and FBZ Whites. But last time we've had two Blackline matches on the same stream. Last time I checked was January 19th, 2023. 202 days ago. That was including one of the actually the last time I got to see Team Ignition in their premiere match. That was last time you got to see the roster, including Wall. I know that at that point it was Sophie, now known as Lilo. I know DTR was on that team. They're still teammates, actually. And same goes for Promises. Again, a long time ago since we've last had a double Blackline feature. So we are back here again. Some exciting action. And you know, speaking of teams that haven't been on the stream a lot recently, Team Ignition, a partnered organization, they'll be on the first match. This is the Ignition roster for Blackline. So it is a slightly different roster than the one from Skyward Series. So let's take a look at these lineups again. Roster being Cody, B, Ryan. And then, of course, they're playing Lag or Life's a Game Gaming, Big Wade, World, and Matt. Taking to this one, the last time we've seen Team Ignition, in classic Team Ignition fashion, I always have difficulties getting these guys on the stream due to some weird complications. I used to have these guys on a lot. It's weird how life works. I can never get these guys on enough. I love these guys a lot, but again, being an important organization and all, love the org, but man, it's tough to get these guys on. Last time I've had these guys on stream was, and you'll think I'm joking when I say this, 69 days ago was the last time I got to see Team Ignition. That was back when they played in LOS Champs. That was back when Ruby was on the team. Back in LOS Champs when they played Goat in the Water. Ever since then, ever since then, it's been difficult, but we do have them on again. Again, remember when they played Goats in the Water, I believe they won 3-1 in that series. This is for Blackline. This is a completely different roster with some completely new players, although not entirely new players. As one of the players you might recognize is B, and while you might not recognize the name B, he isn't actually, if you guys remember, he went by the name of Goofy Balls back then. Hopefully that will bring a name that is recognizable to you all. As again, we are making sure we get everything set up again. Reminder, January 19th was the last time I think we've had a double feature on the stream for Blackline. Included Team Ignition, and in fact included it included Team Ignition, although not this Ignition. They played Escape Velocity Phoenix. The other match was Know My True Chain and Silly Geese Club. No teams that have been on the stream a couple times. I know Silly Geese Club has been on here many times in the past. They're still playing, still actually doing as well as they have done. Nice again to see a double feature here, as again you get to see our lineups. Prediction Bowl is also live. Team Ignition or Lag Gaming. I assume there is a good amount of Ignition fans in here because Ignition is a decently popular organization. I've always known this org for having a ton of people come out and show support, being an org based around content creation. You know, usually a lot of busy content creators, but they always seem to show up for these esports events, and I'm always thankful for that. As they're playing Lag, Life's a Game Gaming. Here in this one, reminder, this is a best of 5. Both matches are best of 5, but this one again is for the Grand Series, meaning they're actually in a qualifier. As I've gone to the wrong page. There's the right page again. They're in stage 1 of the open qualifiers. There's 3 different sections. There's open qualifier stage 1, open qualifier stage 2, which is what these teams are trying to qualify through the lower bracket for, and open qualifiers and closed qualifiers, which is their 3rd stage. Open qualifier stage 1 is again a double elim. Open qualifier stage 2 is also double elimination. They'll be put into an even bigger bracket. And I believe closed qualifiers is a Swiss stage. My assumption is it's a Swiss stage. Blackline really likes those Swiss stages, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they're going with here, as then 2 teams going up against each other. But if you want to know kind of the reasoning between the know where these teams are actually doing in it, because they are both in the regular season as well. I believe Team Ignition is in the Contenders series, which is the one that's below Challenger. Yeah, I would have to check actually what league they're in, if they're in Contenders or not. Yeah, they're in Contender series. They're actually doing really well in Contender series. They're currently 2-0 in their season. Whereas for Life's a Game, or Lag again, who did take the loss to Sloth Light, who is a really strong team. Lag Gaming, I know they're playing in one of these leagues as well. They are in... Where are they? Oh, I'll find them. Again, Sloth Light, by the way, is actually a team that's in the Champions series. Only losing to FFV Karachi, who I believe is in the Premier Division. Yeah, Karachi's in the Premier Division, so... Present to see the team series. Again, Lag Gaming is in the Challenger series, which we'll see more of later. Again, Challenger is ranked higher than Contenders, but Lag Gaming not having a good season. They're currently 0-2 in that one, so it's actually much closer than maybe think, even though these teams are in different leagues. Again, it's going to be a decently close match, although, again, Lag is the favorite in this matchup, based on seeding as well. They have the higher seed. They beat Justified Black, whereas for Ignition, lost the first round. They're already guaranteed a tough first-round matchup. Sorry, a tough matchup here in the second round. Now against Lag, they have to show what they're made of. Because we are going to hopefully get everybody in the lobby here. For this one, again, reminder, best of 5. Loser is out of the running. Winner moves on to play the winner of Adrenaline Ascending and Scythe. Adrenaline was actually the team that took down Ignition. Ignition has had a lot of issues with the Adrenaline Esports org having... I remember 2 of their most recent losses coming to Adrenaline. That was last season in Contenders. Got to see their run. They had one of their last week matches was against an Adrenaline org. I don't think it was Ascending though. They did have a lot. And then in the playoffs they actually lost to Adrenaline in the lower bracket. So they've had some histories against Adrenaline teams and not good history. Let me find out what the Adrenaline team was named. It was. I'll find it. It was against Adrenaline Junkies. I don't believe it's the same team. I believe Junkies is still Junkies, so... Definitely an interesting situation, as we are going to get both these teams in very soon here. We'll go in-game. Reminder, it's the first of 2 series tonight. As everybody is in. Let's get this best of 5 series started. Reminder, Team Ignition will be on the blue, Lag Gaming on the orange. Best of 5. Winner stays alive, loser is out. The bonfire lit on one side, on the other, a team that is willing to prove that lower bracket runs are not out of the question. Ignition, Lag, who has what it takes to take down the other and keep their grand circuit run going? Lag Gaming, considered the much tougher opponent here out of the 2, but they can't keep down a good Ignition for a long time. This Ignition side has had a topsy-turvy history on this stream, and with the roster constantly going through, it seems like a lot of changes, a lot of edits. Just trying to find the one that sticks right for them. This might be their best chance to do so. As Cody off the back wall looking for B, but that one will be cleared away. Matt has it to get back. Ryan waiting. Matt gonna flick it to the corner. This one will only be met by Ignition defenders. Lag Gaming searching around the back wall. Wyld stopped by Ryan. Matt now dunked by Ryan as well. Ryan's gonna make a run down the field, but Big Wade sees that big clear and gets rid of it. And now Matt, that's a good shot! That's a great play from Matt! And Lag Gaming off to the races. Big Wade straight out to Matt. The goals start for Lag Gaming. And this series is starting off on a positive note for Life's a Game. This is only the starts of this series. You'd be deceived to think that that would be everything. I mean, with how these teams are playing so far, more goals are expected to fall through here. As that's a bad touch. But it will stay with Lag here as B gets rid of it. Big Wade, midfield. Matt's keeping it up. Big Wade continuing it up. looking for Wyld. Cody, get this block here. Team Ignition playing some very strong defense, but they need that ball out, and they need to get some plays going for them right now. As now, an overcommits, nobody back, the shot isn't coming. Matt is there, but it's off the back wall. In comes Wyld. Lag Gaming double their lead to 2. There's so much clutter in front of that net. Nobody could find the breakout, but Team Ignition couldn't catch up to it. A bad break on rotations allows Lag Gaming to find the opening. As B, gonna keep it down. Wyld now for Big Way, trying to find a third goal. Cody keeps that one out. It's Ryan with the clear. Matt off the back wall. Matt wants the second as he put it in. No, he has not. Team Ignition caught waiting on the goal line. We're watching, just looking straight up, seeing if Matt had that one. Already you can see Team Ignition maybe trying to feel a bit outclassed in this series. You can definitely see Lag Gaming finding the strength to just do things better. Big Way, does that mean number 3? That's off the post. Lag Gaming still searching. As Matt has the dribble. Down for Big Wade. No goal in sight. Team Ignition waiting for the opportunity as B off the sidewall. Ryan to the back. Ryan wants a second touch. Miss there. Matt's got that. Are we back? I think we're back. Sorry about that, everybody. We're back in for game 1 here. No goal, only 1 goal scored here, coming from Ignition. Hopefully we'll be able to reconnect on that. Again, my apologies on that. We had a disconnect there on the stream. But hopefully everything has been resolved here as Team Ignition still down by 1. Ryan, that going back post. Matt keeps it wide. Lag Gaming trying to get this clear. Wyld off the ground. Cody not through Wyld. Team Ignition. Again, apologies for that one. We will recap game 1 here, I think. As it is Matt with the dribble. Might make it free. Yes, he will. That's number 3 here for Lag Gaming. And this one, just a strong game 1 performance as hopefully everything has been resolved for us. Team Ignition again did get 1 goal back, I believe, during that break. And now, well, game 1 will be over. Lag Gaming definitely showing that even though they haven't had the most success in the Challenger League, Challenger Leagues are still better than contenders teams. And this game 1 is theirs as hopefully we are able to get everything back up and ready. I think we are. As that is, again, the end of game 1 here. Ignition, we're able to get 1 goal, I believe, during that disconnect. Again, I'll make sure I go back on everything and recap all the major moments. But Lag does get the first game here. Well, again, nothing really crazy happened. Again, if you're worried about what was happening during that pause, I promise you, not much. It ended 3-1 for Lag Gaming. Again, we did have a disconnect. My internet cut out on me. We have been having storms recently, so I'm assuming that's what it's from. Again, my apologies on that. I think it won't happen again as... Oh, that's already in for Matt. That will be going for Matt. Already 10 seconds off Lag Gaming. Score first. As Matt somehow finds a way to put it in here. Just a simple touch, a simple doink. And Ryan won't catch up to it. Lag Gaming with the wits to take that one here as Team Ignition will be scratching their heads, a little confused on that play. As Big Wade, inch with Ryan, trying to go to the back wall. Team Ignition just searching for anything to get themselves upfield. And that almost did it. That's in front of that. Ryan's shot. Wyld gets the block. And now it's up to B. Ignition. Right now it feels like they're just trying to tread water, keep up with the opposition here. And they are struggling to do so. Be a flick infield, clear from Cody. Big Wade. Leaving it for Matt. Wyld now to the back wall. Lag Gaming pushing. Ryan's got the clear. It won't be a huge issue here as Team Ignition are able to get rid of it. Well, I thought they would get rid of it a little quicker, but now they do. Still, though, Lag Gaming able to meet up. And Matt, has he just gotten 2 here? Yes, he has. Big Wade's finished it off. Lag Gaming finding numerous ways to break through. Matt's off the ceiling, still follows up for the second touch. It's pretty easy following for his teammate Big Wade, who does find the net. Team Ignition struggling to really keep up. Is there enough energy for them here to maybe even contend with Lag Gaming? Because right now, I would say there isn't. Lag Gaming definitely patrolling the field, definitely forcing Ignition to just try to keep up and react to the play when it's not a thing that Ignition it really wants to do. This is a team known for their defense, known for their counterattacks, but this new roster definitely doesn't look as comfortable as the old one was at that kind of play style. And no matter what, if you have to play more defense than your opponents, you're probably not playing better than them. Team Ignition, while playing more defense than their opponents, is quite a understatement to what is happening this game, although that's a great bump! Big Wade's got the block. Will be up to Wyld, who can try to hit this one out. B with the block, off the corner. Bouncer, Ryan, off the ceiling. Cody wants it. Big Wade's got the clear. And in comes Matt. That will make it free. His aggression from Lag Gaming really just doesn't slow down. And Lag Gaming keep adding more. Lag Gaming. One another. Match. He's just got a musty. Is that gone? No, it isn't. Ryan's got the block. Team Ignition. Able to survive another day. Although halfway through this game, and there's so little to represent what Ignition have done so far this series. Questions now start to pour in. Can they even get a game against this team? Right now the question is, can they score in game 2? Lag Gaming have only gotten stronger. They don't slowing down, that's for sure. Only one goal given up last game. 0 so far this one. And a scoreline that is stronger for Lag Gaming. We'll see if Ignition can put a hand up to it. B. Down the field, Lag Gaming did commit heavily for that offensive chance, but it is cleared away as now sent back by Lag Gaming. Pinched by Big Wade. Still challenging it is Big Wade. That one off the post. Wyld follow up. That's off the crossbar. Team Ignition never even had a chance to stand up to those shots realistically. Lag Gaming. Again, they just break down Ignition. Ignition trying to do the same here. That's a good play, but double commit from Lag Gaming. That doesn't even slow them down. Here comes Matt, one-on-one. Team Ignition, keep it away. Cody now. Side wall. Looking for the dunk is Big Wade, but he didn't reach it. B. Got to the corner. Wyld. That one is straight to Ryan. An awkward play for Lag Gaming. They don't look as comfortable on defense as you might expect from a team like this. Their offense is one that looks like it's decently productive, but their defense itself does have the tendency to collapse, in my opinion, very easily under what Team Ignition can and will do. And you start to wonder, I think, if Team Ignition can use that to their advantage. Is this pinch going the wrong way? Out to the back wall. Big Wade out for Matt. Is Wyld. That second touch. Not able to break through as Team Ignition have now committed everybody to that clear. And you can't blame them with so little time left, but it does just feel a bit hopeless for them, especially this game. This game I think is done for them. They won't find their way back, but the series in general, Lag Gaming finding full control. I mean, they did have to take their loss to Slough Lights, who is a team that is in the I believe the not the Challengers, the Masters series. Actually, I haven't seen that league, I don't think, at all ever in my commentary career, which interesting, but I can tell you those teams are pretty high level compared to the ones in the Challengers. And you can definitely see, though, that the difference between Challenger and Contenders is also quite massive, as the sidewall. Team Ignition trying to maybe prevent any more goals against them. Just want to go to game 3. And they'll successfully get there if they keep up this kind of defense, as Lag Gaming now might just be ready to let the ball hit the ground. They will find a pinch. B is trying to jump up and get a 0-second goal, but Lag Gaming won't let it happen. Team Ignition won't get a goal this game. Their series and their Grand Circuits run could be over as soon as this next game is over, and they have to think heavily about what to do. We are still having some frames issues. Again, I do apologize. Hopefully that will fix itself very, very soon here. As we'll move on to Game 3. Gaming, only one away from sweeping Team Ignition. 5 minutes, potentially only 5 minutes left in the series. Gaming keep up what they're doing. Team Ignition will find themselves out of the running, as that's already not a great start for Ignition. Two players colliding, now the shot to the back post, kept out by Ryan, who incidentally actually created that chance as he pinched it off his own teammate in B. Gaming find themselves with opportunities that they didn't even ask for. Not a great start if you're Team Ignition, as that touch, as far as the back wall. Now hit ahead by Ignition. Big Wade challenged by B. Gaming waiting for the ball to fall properly for them. They still having troubles getting that ball out, but Cody's missed it on low boost. Big Wade, he has no boost either. And a weird play in front of that blue nets, and nobody wanted it. And nobody had enough boost to make anything of it, even if they did want it. As Wyld off to the side wall, now off the corner. But a bounce in front, Gaming for the opportunity for them. But still, no real shots. Gaming, it's been a while since they've actually got that first goal. I mean, the last couple games, they got off to pretty quick starts. This game, Team Ignition already doing better at keeping them away. See if they can maybe manage a couple more shots as flick from Matt. Ryan's got the block. And Gaming still searching. A lot of these shots going just high or just wide. They're trying to force Ignition to jump. But it will not go through as the Gaming side pushing. Wyld, double tap. That's not going to go in, but already Gaming again still threatening that net with multiple opportunities. Big Wade now. He wants this one off the ground. And Cody will be first to it. Wyld off the corner. Matt jumping. Still Matt's trying to follow it up in towards the nets. Blocked away. Gaming can find a bit of a break in this series maybe. As Matt to Big Wade. Big Wade now off the ground. Maybe second touch, but could not find it. Gaming have to keep searching as Matt now. Saved by B. Team Ignition. How many shots have Ignition had? They've had 0. That just shows you how much pressure they've been under here. Gaming still haven't been able to score, though. That one was open. Matt's coming in. Another block by an Ignition defender. And now they can finally break out. Ryan, first shot of the game for Ignition. Does get saved, but already trying to make strides. But, I mean, just that was it. That's all they got on that offensive chance. And Gaming are back the other way. As Big Wade dropped towards the nets, cleared back. Now Matt's off the back wall. Cody's there. Team Ignition trying to find a chance. Gaming not letting them. As Matt off the sidewall, dropping his Big Wade. Bounce down, looking in front. Cody's missed this. Gaming didn't take the opportunity. Now they shoot. That's open for Matt. Matt's put it in. Gaming can find another chance. And ironically, this stream is also somewhat lagging, so maybe it's Gaming who's infecting the stream here, because we are still having some frame drops. I do apologize, by the way, to anybody out there. I do notice, if you are wondering. Again, Gaming, a good start as now Matt got a big block. Fine off the ceiling, looking in front. Here comes a play that's still wide. B coming through. What a stop by Wyld. You had to cover most of his net on that chance. Didn't know where they would shoot. Still got it. And now Matt scored. Lag Gaming with an immediate transition. Seriously, it feels like nothing can slow these guys down. It is Matt. A little deflection from Ryan there. And a little bit of favor. Fortune's Lag Gaming. There's a raid coming in from Peak. Thank you, Peak, for the raid. Hopefully your stream was fun. As we are currently in Game 3 of Lag Gaming Team Ignition. Lag Gaming. Coincidentally, right when my internet is lagging. Currently holding quite a strong lead here in Game 3. They want one more to shut down Team Ignition to end this team's run once and for all. We'll see if they can do it. Big Wade. Gonna get the drop down under Cody. Wyld now. Maybe second from Wyld. Yes, he gets it. May not have been the prettiest double tap, but he has no complaints. And neither do Lag Gaming, as Wyld's shot finds the back of the net. Now less than a minute to go. Lag Gaming just need to keep their defense under control. Something that is easier said than done, especially for a team like Lag, but with how much offense they have, their offense may just be good enough for them. As Cody in front for B. Wyld tricks that one away. Demo on B. Big Wade. Low shot, Ryan. Blocks it. Cody jumping. Big Wade up again. He's trying to look for a play in field. Big Wade. Maybe a pass. Lag Gaming sent a couple players that one. Matt gets it over Wyld, his own teammate here. Issues for Lag Gaming. They gotta play defense. They'll be cleared away by Big Wade. Team Ignition. The second game in a row might not be able to get a single goal. They scored once in Game 1, but that might be it. Whatever it is, this series is over. Lag Gaming sweep Team Ignition. After a 69-day hiatus for the partnered organization, they come back, and it's not a very happy return here for Team Ignition. Lag Gaming definitely proving they are the more solid team here. That is what happens when a challenger-level team takes on a lower-ranked contenders-level team. The different circuits here. Contenders, one circuit below challenger. Lag Gaming can get the win, as this series will be theirs. Their season in the Grand Circuit continues, as we'll take a look at it here. That is the wrong page. Here it is. Again, their next week match against the winner of Adrenaline Ascending and Scythe. We do not have any info on that result just yet, so they got to play one of those two teams. It'll be an exciting match, that's for sure. As again, a 3-0 sweep, they did look like the better team for the vast majority of that. As we'll say, one thing that was interesting is the fact that we didn't really get to see much of Game 1. Again, that whole disconnect. I'll show you guys it as soon as I can, but again, what a series. Team definitely not much to say except they are better. That's for sure. That is what happens when you are in the open qualifiers, though. There are sometimes mismatches. Lag Gaming definitely proving they do deserve to move on. We are going to get an interview with Lag Gaming. And as soon as that's done, I might actually reset this stream and see if I can maybe fix the internet issues. So, would like to, or whatever I can here. We're having some issues here. We'll make sure we get everything sorted out, though. Again, Lag Gaming are your winners for this one. Again, I know, Peak, you've been watching. Has it been bad on the stream? Has there been a lot of lag and choppiness? Let me know. As welcoming, joining me here is Matt. Welcome to the interview room, Matt. How are you doing? Congratulations on your win tonight.
Thank you. I'm doing good. How about you?
Again, I'm feeling great. Again, I feel like my internet's already predicting who was winning this, because I don't know if you've noticed, my internet's been having some issues already. I think they heard lag and they're like, "Yep, well, it's our time here." For my internet, you have some issues. Lucky enough, the stream is still up, which is impressive. But again, congratulations on your victory there against Team Ignition. Tell me about kind of every single game. Tell me about what it was like. You guys did have some hiccups, but overall, you guys just look like the stronger team.
Yeah, I mean, going against any team initially, you just kind of have to like take things really slow. So we kind of just started off slow, got a feel for it, and then kind of went from there, and it worked really well. Played our game.
You definitely did play your game. I mean, exactly what you did. You did it how you needed to. You You know, you took the fight here to Team Ignition. You did it very well. Is there anything else you want to tell me about that? Because again, it felt like you guys kind of worked together. I mean, it is. I mean, that is what happens when a challenger level team plays a contenders level team. There is a rank mismatch on that, but even so, you know, your path to getting here has not been an easy one. Your loss coming to Slav Light, you almost took down that team. That must have had something on your mind, having just lost to the Slav Light in a Game 5, a team that you definitely had the ability to beat. Just couldn't do it. Tell me, what was that on your minds at all, at any point in this series?
No, not during this series. We had just kind of formed this team. I was the newest pickup, and so we just had to get a readjustment a couple of weeks going. But we're at a good spot now, and yeah, we just decided to put everything in the past, and then just look towards the future with our future games.
And love to hear you guys just, you know, you saw what happened and you said, forget about it, it's not going to matter. We're just going to do it through the lower bracket here because there's still a lower bracket run. I mean, it's not an easy run. I'll just say that. You have to win another match here against the winner of Adrenaline Ascending and Scythe. You want to talk to me? I don't know if you know any of those two teams, but is there anything you want to mention about either of those two teams in this bracket? Because those are still some very strong teams. I believe you guys have the advantage over both, have the rank advantage over both of them, but even so, you can't take anything for granted.
Yeah, can definitely not take anything for granted. Both of those teams, I don't know exactly who they are, again, being new, but we just can't overestimate or underestimate any team. We just have to go into playing our game and trust in what we've been working.
Again, yeah, you just gotta trust each other, trust what works, trust the process. I mean, so far, it's working for you guys. You guys are looking super solid. Again, congratulations on your win. And I hope, again, that you guys continue your success, you continue your run. Maybe I'll get to see you again very, very soon. Again, Lag Gaming, joining the stream, and immediately when I start streaming, of course, it's lagging. Again, I apologize for that. I don't know if, it's probably pretty noticeable on my stream. There has been a couple hiccups with the internet, but again, congratulations on your win. Thank you so much for joining me, Matt. Anything else you want to say before we end this interview? We'll go to our next series.
Yeah, shout out Liz for being Wade's DJ during the games. It helped him a lot, helped him stay focused and energized. Huge win there.
Gotta support the DJ of always. Again, congratulations to you, Matt, and the rest of Life's a Game, Lag Gaming. Congratulations. Good luck next week in your lower bracket qualification match.
I appreciate it. And yo, send your internet back.
Yeah, I know. I gotta make sure I gotta make sure I reconnect my internet. It's having some issues. I might have to reset the stream. But again, thank you so much for joining me, Matt. Have an amazing rest of your night.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good night.
Again, that was Matt here. Again, we are having some slight internet issues. While it's happening though, might as well just take you through what happened in Game 1. If we have the time to do that, we do. Again, I'm gonna have to do an internet reset here because there has been some issues, but then we take a look at. Let me make sure I actually pull up everything here again. First goal, I believe we saw that first goal, but even so, again, it was quite a close series, but we did have Live Gaming winning that. In fact, actually, what I'll do is, I'll try to fix things. You'll get this, I guess, you know what? No. What am I doing here? I'll show you all again. That's goal 1. And again, I don't think we saw the whole game because it was having some issues, but goal 2 was a clear from Matt. That ended up helping right in front of that here for, I believe, Wyld. Yeah, Wyld. Put it in. Of course, then, if we go ahead a little further here. Again, I do apologize for all the lag we're having because totally not something that should be happening, but it is. And Team Ignition were able to find a way to bounce back. I believe we got to see that too. I mean, I don't believe we missed any goals in this series, but whatever it was. I know we did reconnect by the point we saw the last goal. Series score, it's already over. Live Gaming won in a sweep. If you're wondering there, Landon. Yeah, we're just having some internet issues on the stream. Tell me, is it noticeable if there's any, like, internet issues? Is the stream lagging at all? Let me know, is it lagging at all? Because my stream's definitely been having some issues recently. Seems fine to you? Let me know. Looks good. Weird, it's saying I have, like, a lot of frames issues. Well, if it's running fine, we'll just keep going, I guess. It does momentarily pause, I think, a couple times, but... Again, I remember during the first game, at least, I had to reset I had to, like, do a really quick reset. So that's gonna be really fun. again, that's never fun whenever my internet decides to do that to me. But if it's looking fine, happy to hear that. And yeah, my internet having a lot of momentary pauses. But Live Gaming did win in a sweep. As if I can move to my channel and see one of my past broadcasts. Let me... Again, I do apologize for this. This is not the best. Again, let me know if there's any lag issues on it. And we'll see when I actually did pause. It was about halfway through game 1. And then I believe we saw nothing else. Again, it was like halfway through game 1 we had those issues. And we started back up. Yeah, we started back up at the end of game 1, so I'm gonna get to somehow like get those things together. But again, my apologies on that. We are having some frames issues. Really, I don't know why it's happening like this, but it is. But again, we are probably gonna go to an extended break here. I might actually reset the stream real quick, just so that we can make sure that nothing bad's happening. Because again, we are having some issues, but our next series will be if you're getting some pauses. Yeah, I'm gonna reset my stream. Actually, I'll be back. Our next match will be Galactic Gaming, Galactic Gaming SuperNova taking on BBU Wyld Wyrms. I'll reset the stream. I'll be back real quick. Sorry about this, guys. Stick around. Hello, hello, hello. Can people hear me? I think people can hear me. You gotta love internet outages, don't you? Those are always fun, right? I think I've been able to fix it. My goodness, it's been quite the night of outages. We're gonna have to go through this actually pre-show very quickly then. As again, hopefully, just to make sure I get everything sorted out. I think I've got everything fixed. As our second match of the night. Yeah, we're gonna have to splice everything afterwards, but we are gonna splice everything afterwards. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, this will be the second match on the video. We Galactic SuperNova, BBU Wyld Wyrms. I'm excited for this one again. Both these teams in the Challenger Series. Galactic is 2-0. Wyld Wyrms are 3-0. Again, an exciting match coming up. Both these teams are undefeated. I've been wanting to see this match I've been wanting to see this match as soon as I heard about it. Happy that we will get to see it here as Simple is live again. We'll take a look quickly at the rosters of both these teams. As hopefully we can make this. I would like to make sure we can get this match going. There we go. Making sure we can actually get the lobby up for both these teams in time. Thank goodness. Again, these are the rosters coming into this one. We have seen Galactic Supernova before, back when they swept New Age Rogues back in the Grand Series. So, the Grand Circuit, not the Grand Series, the Grand Circuit. This is for a different league. This is for the Challenger Series, though. This is for their season. Once again, a little different. Definitely a team that is of their level, so be interesting to see that, that's for sure. As we will have a best of 5 coming to you real soon here. As soon as everybody joins on in. As we do have, that is Galactic in the lobby. Just waiting on BBU. And again, as soon as we get these teams in, we'll be good to get things started. Again, tonight we've been having some internet issues, so if anything does pop up, chat, please tell me if you see any issues, as I would like to know. I am currently struggling with internet. I think that has to do with the fact that the area has recently undergone some really intense storms. Seriously, actually, it knocked out my power. My power only came back earlier today. Was worried I actually wouldn't be able to even get this match on the stream. But it seems like everything is back as everybody is ready as... Oh wow, well, these teams are immediately ready to join. Alright then, good. I mean, good on them. I love the confidence. As... There you go, we'll get this series started. Reminder, Challenger teams, both undefeated, but not for very long. This series determines who stays that way, and who will have to suffer their first loss of the season. It's Galactic Supernova, we've seen on the stream before, on the blue. BBU Wyld Wyrms on the orange. Best of 5 here in week 3. Wyld Wyrms, I believe this is their doubleheader week, so already winning their first round of action, but this is definitely their much tougher round to be had here as Galactic Supernova definitely make things tough as Hydra's already put one in his own net. Not a great start here for BBU Wyld Wyrms. I hadn't really introduced this series yet. And Hydro, I don't know what he's doing there. He must have thought X-Sync was pushing up, was gonna go for that shot, but he was really nowhere to be seen, X-Sync. Just an awful play from Hydro, an unfortunate touch as well. Really, gonna make things tougher for BBU Wyld Wyrms at the start of this game. It's Galactic Supernova trying to maybe use that, try to springboard some sort of attack for them. So far, again, though, the series has been pretty quiet, even with that own goal. It was on a play that wasn't really all that threatening from Galactic. As BBU Wyld Wyrms of, again, the BBU organization, the Best Buds United organization, been around for a while. One of the few major orgs that actually doesn't have a Twitter account that I know of, so Kind of an interesting situation. Another big org that you might recognize doesn't have one is Nobu Specials. That is Pazka's org, if you're wondering. So really weird to have an org without a Twitter account. As for Galactic orgs, quite active on Twitter. Interesting, and also what's interesting about this team is it's full of players that we've seen on the stream before, even before Galactic. And Coop and X-Sync, both on they both were on the stream for the Indie Gaming League in the past. Of course, that match was a long time ago. Most recent time we seen these guys was not that long ago. Was back when they played New Age Rogues. We'll see if maybe they can recreate that kind of magic. Although New Age Rogues are definitely a weaker team compared to these guys. That's Galactic SuperNova trying to push for some offense. This one will find its way in from JDS. I took my eye off the screen for 1 second, and that's the second they score. What happened here? Phantom. Oh, that's a bad touch from Phantom. Left it right in front of his net. It's a simple mistake. You don't expect players to make that kind of error often, but we see can definitely happen. It will happen here to Galactic. As BB Wyrms their first goal of the series. They'll see if they can add more, because so far Wyrms doing better at getting close to that net, not being too afraid of the defense. But again, just like Galactic, they're still having difficulties actually putting the ball where it needs to go. In front of the net, Dan with the clear, now far from Hydro. BB Wyrms trying to push ahead here. Hydro all around the back wall, in front for JDS. That one's cleared away by X-Sync. Galactic SuperNova is still on defense, but that touch will be kept away by Coop. Will be Wyrms who still attack that net, but Galactic SuperNova definitely seeing their fair share of defense, are definitely getting used to what Wyrms have to offer, which is mostly pretty tame shots, kind of tame looks at that net. A lot of touches that are just kind of going at the net, trying to maybe force Galactic SuperNova to jump and overcommit and put themselves in bad positions. Haven't seen that yet here from Galactic, even with so much pressure on them. As now, clear from Coop, open net downfield. He has the follow-up, and Galactic SuperNova take the lead by 1. A big clear down the field from Coop. Wyrms had one player back, and that was JDS, but he got bumped by Phantom. And Galactic SuperNova sees the opportunity. The pressure building. And they definitely are finding ways to break through. Still, though, they're not happy with the 1-goal lead. They want more. As JDS takes it to his own back corner. X-Sync. JDS still challenging. Now the pinch from JDS! That has enough power! But Coop also saw it coming. Wyrms, though, off that pinch. Maybe some confidence to keep going. Dan in front. Hydro's shot is turned away. Galactic SuperNova again proving that it is their defense that is definitely allowing them to keep themselves in this lead. Now a bump from X-Sync. Another trying to open up that play here. Galactic pushing. Coop now, drunk on Dan, JDS, Ock in front of the net, has the dribble. Coop still challenging though, Galactic SuperNova. For all the defense that they've had to play, they should know how to make themselves be aggressive when they feel like they have to. Less than a minute now. Still in the lead by 1 is Galactic as Hydro. Looking for the clear. No flip reset, maybe not even a pinch. X-Sync now. Dribble from X-Sync, off the back wall, down for Phantom. Galactic SuperNova still turned away. Multiple chances being turned to the wayside. That's the level of action that you see at this league from Black Line. These teams just know what they're doing. Seeing some of the best here. When it comes to high-level Rocket League. Now Dan. Long shot. Coop's missed. Phantom's missed. Open chance. In front from Hydro. X-Sync trying to turn away. JDS jumping. And how BB Wyrms don't score will definitely be a mystery, because that was left in front of the net for so long, no one challenged. Galactic SuperNova get this one away. JDS off the back wall. Still has it. Now he's looking for a pass to Hydro. Coop's got the block. In front, clear from Dan. Phantom. Oh, he's kept it alive here. Galactic SuperNova maybe want another goal here, but this one will actually be kept up by Hydro. JDS now rolling in front of the net. In comes X-Sync to finish off game 1. Galactic SuperNova take it. A 3-1 Game 1 victory. A good start for this team. Reminded both these sides are undefeated. The Galactic SuperNova coming out a little stronger. As a raid coming in from Cobra Warrior. How you doing, Cobra? Hopefully your night's been going well. My night's been an interesting one, to say the least. Been having a lot of internet issues. Hoping that they're all gone here, but I don't know. But again, that is Game 1 here of this Blackline Championship Series match. Galactic SuperNova definitely having the upper hand against BBU Wyld Nerds. Sorry, Wyld Nerds. That's you know, I just combined two BBU teams. BBU Wild Wyrms and BBU Nerd Herds. Those are two different teams. As we will be going into Game 2. Galactic as Game 1. Again, how's it doing, guys? Hopefully you all are doing well out there. It's nice to see you. Welcome to the Sporty Stream, everybody. Hopefully you all are having a great night. This is the last match of the night, actually, for me. It is a Blackline match. We had a Blackline match before, this being Team Ignition versus Lag Gaming. Lag Gaming won that in a sweep. Now Galactic Gaming bring up their series well. We'll see if they can continue this kind of momentous run. As they did have to play more defense. That's the one thing that definitely worried me about Galactic in that series, is that they had to play a lot more defense. Well, the shots from BB Wild Wyrms were just not good enough, in my opinion. I could definitely see it where they started to turn things around, and if Wild Wyrms get that shooting up, I don't know what we're going to see from Galactic. So far, a series start that they'll be happy with. Now into Game 2, and they add more. X-Sync, drop down shot. Dan's got the block. Coop kind of misread this one, and now we'll go all the way back here as Phantom trying to control it. Dan looking in front for Hydro. Hydro had the first goal of the series. Unfortunately, it was on his own net. And still, I think, make up for that kind of misplay. Coming into Game 2. All the Wyrms definitely have a lot of chances to make this game theirs. That's a good pass, Dan. Is that going to roll in? Yes, it will. Galactic SuperNova caught snapping. And it's Dan who finds a shot, and I love how he plays this. He waits to see what Phantom will do. He knows in this situation, so often people will try to pre-jump those shots. Definitely catches them there, as we have some follows recently. Shawarma, Lunar Lifts, Miller Time, and DJ Goat 55. Thank you for the follows, guys. Throughout the entirety of my stream. Welcome to the Sporty Stream, everybody. Uh-oh. Oh, no! Oh, dear, what happened to the game? Why did my game time out? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Man, this night is... Oh, dear. Why in the world did the game just end like that? Rocket League just kicks me out. They didn't want me. But I love games like this. As I think I know what my issue is. One sec. There you go. There we go. We're joining back. Well, my goodness, what happened there? Still 1-0. Nothing major happened, I guess. Thank goodness, because we got kicked out of the lobby. What in the world? We're back. Rocket League loves to kick you out, I guess. I've never had that happen to me in my entire life doing commentary. I've never had the game kick me out of the lobby before like that. But we are back. All Wyrms still in the lead. Sorry about it, everybody. Hopefully everything's been fixed. There's X-Sync down the field. Galactic SuperNova. And these guys have still been playing, you know, even with me being kicked out of the lobby. SuperNova, it feels like, again, they're only one shot away from coming back here. Only one goal needed. Coop, long shot. That will find its way in. Galactic SuperNova. As soon as I join back, they can make the difference. As this one bounced its way in front. It will be Coop who finds the finisher. Galactic SuperNova. Attack back with some ferocity. This has been a weird night of action, I'll be honest, with my internet issues coming in, with a couple different stream resets, and now we have the game kick me out. This has been a weird night of action. An interesting return to Blackline. And if you all didn't know, we have been well over 200 days. It's been well over 200 days since the last time I had a double Blackline feature on my stream. Maybe it's actually been like 209 days, I believe exactly. Something around that amount. Since I've had a double Blackline match. An interesting return to this league. So hopefully that is it for the weirdness tonight. Galactic SuperNova are able to tie back as foot reset coming in. Phantom's got the block. Hydro wanted that one, but Galactic are able to keep it out as now X-Sync down for Coop. That's a good shot, but a good save from Hydro. Galactic SuperNova just trying to find ways to break through. Off the sideball from Hydro. X-Sync with a big clear. Galactic SuperNova searching. Demo from X-Sync. Now a demo from Phantom. 2 removed from BBU. The pinch from Coop. Galactic SuperNova are starting to try to command some respect out of this BBU team, but they maybe have kind of fallen apart on defense. In front for Dan. X-Sync's blocked it. Play will not fall for BBU. Still they search. This one just keeps getting turned away. That was a good opportunity for them. Galactic SuperNova caught in a strange rotation. One where they really weren't prepared for the immediate showing of BBU. Where they were just a little too far apart from each other though on both sides at different times. As this one, X-Sync. Oh, he just bumps up Phantom. He still saves that somehow. I mean, whatever that play is, I mean, at least it works, I guess, is what X-Sync will be saying, because he accidentally bumped out Phantom on that. He still got that one, though. Definitely a sketchy game for Galactic SuperNova. Definitely not as, maybe, routine feeling as maybe their last one, but still, both these teams are attacking. It has been a lot more even still. This is a chance. Oh, it's off the bar from Hydro. He just had to put it on. Galactic SuperNova getting very fortunate this game. Maybe a little too fortunate. The fact that BB Wyrms are just not able to find the right breakthroughs and get those goals when they should be. As JDS past X-Sync, Dan. Coops missed it! Dan might have taken the win here in this game. 15 seconds left. This one just a weird pop. JDS taps it straight down for Dan. That light touch gets through Coop. We'll go in here for BBU Wyrms. Game 2 might be theirs if they can just keep on doing what they're doing right now. This one kept wide. X-Sync. Ooh, he's backflipped on this. Not a great year for SuperNova if they want to get themselves back into it. Final seconds ticking down. JDS. A waste out the last time. Left on the clock. Phantom's clear. Coop can't chase it down. BBU Wyrms have taken game 2. They've used that offensive. They turn it into success. In this game, again, they had just way more shots. Hydro had 6, in fact. He couldn't score on any of them, but you're just seeing that the fact that they can get so much offense from so little pressure, it feels. Whereas for Galactic SuperNova, breaking through is not an easy feat for them. That is game 2 here again. Done and dusted. Going to BBU. We'll be moving on to game 3, although, again, both these teams kind of taking their time here. These games have not been all that successful for either of these teams. It feels like there's a lot of defense and not a lot of success, especially when it comes to shooting, and especially this game for Wyrms. While they did win, it did feel like at points that maybe it was undeserved, because so many times they shot, and they should have scored, and they missed their targets. It's definitely a game where they play better. It does feel like they're just missing the mark too often, and if they don't start scoring some of these open chances, I would definitely be worried for them in these next couple games. Although with that said, you can't complain about a win. You can't complain about a win in a series like this. They do tie it up. As we go to game 3, more action continues as Wyrms. Again, they've missed these chances. So JDS should be scoring that. And now, back to the way goes Galactic. An open net for X-Sync. He'll put it in. But don't let that confuse you. JDS really did start that play with that open net crossbar dinger. And that's when he's got to be scoring. The Wyrms, too many times, I think they've been missing that target. And realistically, I think that's the biggest issue they're having in the series, is just putting the ball in an open net. Sometimes I think they maybe overcomplicate these shots. And realistically, they have outplayed SuperNova. Still, though, I'm doubtful we'll keep them shut out in there. They won't be. Not that long after Hydro scores. Didn't take them very long off the kickoff to get it as Hydro. The flick past X-Sync and then Phantom getting bumped as well. The shot comes in. It does go to the back of the net. BBU Wyrms very quickly respond. It's Phantom. Steps up. Goop. Smells on Hydro. Will be cleared by Dan, or I guess the Insane Dan, as he's naming himself. Love that name, and oh, that's an insane save from Dan. I can't believe he pre-jumped onto that one. Galactic SuperNova getting denied by a guy who obviously has named himself correctly, and now JDS trying to go with the 1v3 army. BB Wild Wyrms have to retreat there as those 1v3 players just aren't going to be successful super often, although, I mean, give it up for JDS almost scoring on that chance. The dribble, the bump, almost got through everybody there on Galactic. Is Hydro. Left in front for JDS. That's off the corner here. Follow from X-Sync. He'll pop into the midfield. BB Wild Wyrms taking the opportunity. Dan! Dunk! In front! Phantoms cleared it. Scary scenes for Galactic because these BB Wild Wyrms players find a way to fake. That's a beautiful inward pass! And X-Sync will take this one back. Galactic SuperNova now in the lead by 1. A lot of work put in that one, and really what they're trying to utilize here is those transitions. They're not going to get many shots on offense. They've already kind of conceded that fact. They make the most of them. They might be able to take down a Wild Wyrms team that is definitely missing on a lot of their best opportunities. As Coop, ceiling, double, fake play! Oh, that falls in for him! Coop's got the goal! Galactic SuperNova have insurance! And this one just falls in. Coop never got a second touch. Hydro completely bid on it. In that situation, he's got to guess whether or not Coop's going to have it or not. And obviously, he guessed incorrectly, expecting Coop to be good enough to get that second touch. But in that situation, he just didn't have enough boost. So instead, the unintentional fake will work for the SuperNova attacker. And the Wild Wyrms, this game maybe starting to fall away from them, but still so much time left. So many chances to come here for BBU. Off the back wall from Phantom. Hydro. Looking for Dan. Hydro. He's gone past everybody. That's open for Hydro. And that is a second goal for BBU. We're not even 2 minutes in this game. We've already got 5 goals combined. Is that one? I mean, it just follows for Hydro. He's in the right place at the right time there. It also helps the fact that nobody knew what was happening. Least of all was the Galactic SuperNova players, as multiple of them just jumped in trying to get any piece on that ball. They couldn't do it. BB Wild Wyrms still, again, I told you, they're going to have many chances in this game to come back. See if they can take it as X-Sync. Misses it! Hydro calls him out. 3 goals for the man. He's got a hat trick. All the goals this game coming from Hydro himself. This one still missed from X-Sync. He couldn't read the back wall easily. And Hydro, he took notice. Hydro, again, 2 of his goals has been unassisted. BB Wild Wyrms off of the back of Hydro, doing pretty well here, although, oh, Hydro, I cursed him. I sincerely apologize to anybody there. I just cursed Hydro. He's playing well until then. That is one that he is not going to be happy he didn't get a read on. That is an easy goal for Phantom, very similar to what Hydro did to tie this game up. Phantom will now use to take the lead back for SuperNova. Feels like whenever Wild Wyrms can get something going, back to SuperNova have an answer. As Coop looking to the back wall, JDS with the block. Phantom, drop down play. Hydro in the midfield, X-Sync coming in. Nova still not finding it, but now's their chance. Phantom will be turned away by Hydro. Back to SuperNova. The opportunities will come to them as a now miss from JDS. And Hydro's got to be in a very precarious situation with a very low boost. Wild Wyrms, we're starting to have their positioning pushed back further and further. For that SuperNova, they got to keep up this kind of playing for the next 2 minutes. Not a very easy task, and in fact, I doubt it's going to happen. I have a feeling that Wild Wyrms will still get at least one more chance on offense in this game. It's Hydro. Blocked by Coop. Wild Wyrms pushing up. JDS off the back wall. X-Sync. Can he get there? Yes, he can. Dan shot will never materialize. It's Hydro now. Dirty on X-Sync, but X-Sync still on it. Now past the Phantom. Dan's got the block. You Wild Wyrms. Ooh, getting a bit demo heavy here. Maybe it's cleared some space. Low boost for the Wild Wyrms. JDS gets around X-Sync. Now she needs to turn it in. 2 touches, 3 touches from JDS. And he's tied the game up. X-Sync went ahead with an demos. Dan came up with the perfect pass, and it's JDS who adds a little bit of flair on that goal. A triple tap to put it in. BBU Wild Wyrms tie the game up. Now with less than 90 seconds remaining. We'll see if they can keep it, but no, they can't. Phantom scored back. I told you, every single time it happens, they just find a way back, don't they? Phantom, I think again, is now just stolen the lead back here for his team. The Wild Wyrms, they just can't keep the ball out of their nets. Feels like anytime they get a goal, they just start to get a little too confident, maybe. Maybe relax a little bit more. Goal's not easy to come by, but obviously this game, we're seeing a plethora of it as JDS in front looking for Hydro. Phantom clears it out. Dan waiting. Block made, but Phantom jumping with it. Hydro calls off JDS. Second touch down the field for Hydro. Coop racing after it. Hydro's trying to get a bit of the action there, but Coop will avoid him. JDS still with the ball. Take by X-Sync. And now beaten. Hydro's beaten too. Is that gonna roll in? It will go all the way. X-Sync makes it 6 for SuperNova. That was quite a weak shot as well to go in. This time Hydro just committed too aggressively. His team's only down by 1. Just too heavy of positioning from Hydro. Galactic, SuperNova, and what has been quite a shootout here is still taking charge. I mean, last game was quite low scoring. Both the teams definitely willing to try to make more opportunities happen for them, better opportunities happen for them. We're seeing that kind of explode here in this game. Taking their own advice probably quite literally here. There are more goals in this game than I think we've seen at all this series. Hydro. Still back, BBU Wild Wyrms. Dark done with that. They still have some time left for them. That dunk from X-Sync, is that going to make it 7? It will. X-Sync's now put another one in. He's got 4 goals. I thought the 3 from Hydro was quite insane. X-Sync has now just got the last 2 goals this game. And up to 2 others. We've got 11 goals combined. These teams are not slowing down at all. Galactic, SuperNova, this will be a game win for them. Meaning that they'll be on match point to try to put the BBU Wild Wyrms down a blemish here. Their first blemish on the record. Put them at a 3-1 record instead at the end of week 3 as JDS. He wants a 0-second goal, but that flick will hit wide. All these teams will try to keep it up. Will eventually hit the ground. Galactic, SuperNova. I just need one more game. I mean, they're en route to do it again this game. Much higher scoring. 12 shots to 8. 7 goals to 4. These teams just could not miss the mark. And these defenses just could not defend, I guess. Because that is a lot of goals to give up for both teams. Now, last game I said the issue was they didn't score enough. Now this game is they're scoring too much. The defense aren't doing enough to protect it. You can just see the saves coming out. Very minimal amounts of saves here for these teams. I mean, a lot of it just came from these teams willing to play more, especially more demo heavy. Really, defense was just not a thing this game. But I think in Game 4 we're going to see us go back to kind of a Game 2 playstyle where both these teams keep it close. I don't think either of these teams want to have such a high-scoring game against them. If you can keep more goals out of your nets, probably for the better. As we will wait for everybody to join back in. I think Wild Wyrms are going with some card changes. Everybody is back. We're going to go to Game 4 very, very soon. Galactic Sumo had a chance to win the series here. BBU Wild Wyrms, must-win situation for them. If they don't win this, that'll be the end of this series. That'll be the end of this week. And they'll be, again, suffering their first loss. Again, both these teams want to keep themselves undefeated. At the top of their league. But a better way to do it against another team that is definitely going to be one of your rivals by the end of the season. As the Wild Wyrms with the early offense. Good shot there. Dan hits it just wide. He went for placement there. And it was just maybe a little too good at the placement. The point where he actually hit the top corner a little too powerfully. And Galactic SuperNova will be very thankful they didn't even jump for it. Just let him shoot that one because they knew that they just had no chance. Again, a little bit of fortune for SuperNova to be able to escape that play without getting scored on. It's Coop now. Gonna take it to the back wall. JDS keeps it away. Galactic Supernova. So many times they're utilizing this corner, trying to make the reads out of the back wall awkward for BB Wild Wyrms. I mean, even at the highest level, the back wall is still a very viable strategy. See, though, if they can use that to their advantage as Hydro. Dribble. 50 with X-Sync. And he's found the pass to JDS. That's open for him. But he could have put that one on with some power there. A really weak shot. Wild Wyrms. And how many more chances like that do you get? I mean, it is essentially there for them. They're outplaying SuperNova again and again, and they just can't put it in. At some points, you have to be thinking that they must not be. They must not have taken some shooting practice, because I mean, it's been a couple times this series that they just could be scoring and they aren't able to. Here comes Hydro. Is that in? Yes, it will be. Again, the shot's weak though. But this time, there's no one back to defend it. Wild Wyrms keep asking questions. They'll find their breakthrough eventually, and this is it with Hydro. It's one of those things where you just keep on knocking, you keep on asking questions. You will get your answers. Albeit, it does come in a lot later than what they maybe were hoping for. Galactic Supernova, though, looking to break out of their defense. This one from JDS down the field, off the corner. Now display in the midfield. X-Sync misses it. Phantom jumping in. Still for the Wild Wyrms. Early shot from Dan, but X-Sync will get it clear here. Galactic Supernova. You can see it's just all about the defenses now. They've really heavily committed to 3v1 play. Back is Coop, and he'll be the first one challenged on JDS. X-Sync with the save. Just feels like Galactic Supernova are waiting for the chance to break out. What made them so successful last game was the ability to break out of defense so quickly. I definitely feel that chance isn't coming soon as Hydro. Has he just triple tapped? Yes, he has! JDS will put in the finishing touch. Hydro went up with so little speed, he really made Galactic Supernova kind of second guess what they were doing. JDS puts in the finisher. And we're just going back and forth with these games getting traded. Wild Wyrms here who are putting up the scoring. Galactic Supernova. Inability to break out of defense definitely starting to show its issues here as Hydro. Not as far as Coop, who is this one long. Dan off the sidewall. X-Sync. Jumping is X-Sync, but JDS has the block. Phantom. Pinch play. Kept out by JDS. Phantom again. Looking for Galactic. Pinch in front. Still wide here as Galactic Supernova searching for their opportunities. X-Sync now. You can really feel BB Wild Wyrms doing so much better this game. And again, not let Galactic Supernova break through so quickly. Galactic, as a result, have a substantially fewer number of chances to get goals. And you can see that make its impact. Last game they had 7. This game they have 0. Scoop now. Blocked by Dan. Again, Wild Wyrms. Just finding ways to prevent SuperNova from getting multiple shots. They've done that well. They've done that well this series. On preventing Galactic Supernova from having second and third opportunities. It's just those first opportunities that can be a bit of a difficulty for them. Although again in this game they're stopping that too. Dan up high. Phantom going to call his chance here for Galactic in front of the nets. Here comes Coop. Everybody jumping from BB Wild Wyrms off X-Sync, and Dan on no boost gets the block. Had to essentially guess where that shot was going. Although it was an accurate guess, it was one that he had a lot of information to kind of guess where that was going. Still was a guess in the end of the game. At the end of the day, it's one that he makes right. He allows BB Wild Wyrms to still be comfortably in the lead here. As Phantom inch with Dan in front. There from JDS. Popped up by Dan. JDS off the back wall. X-Sync. Keep it away. As Hydro. It's wasting time here for the Wild Wyrms. They are willing to and hold this 2-goal lead until we get to game 5 as Coop now looking for X-Sync near side. That's still out as Galactic Supernova now committing aggressively, but that will find its way back in their own net. It's Hydro to make it 3-0. It's Hydro to secure this game. And it's Hydro to allow BB Wild Wyrms to now have such an advantage in this series. We are going to Game 5. There will be no questions about it. BBO Wyrms, if they can continue this into Game 5, this series will be theirs. We have seen SuperNova use that, get their offense to just explosive heights before. Now they have to show us that they can do that. As Game 5, Champions Field on the horizon. BBO Wyrms with the ability to take this series. But they're going to have to play wisely. The shots did favor the Wyrms as usual. Still had a lot of issues with them putting the shots where they need to go, putting them on target, scoring open nets. Still seem to play them, but this game, they shut down Galactic so well, they really didn't have to worry about that. Now we'll see if they can improve on their one issue this series, the one continuous issue for them, and start putting in shots that are on open nets. Well, no better time to maybe improve than in Game 5, when your series and your undefeated season is on the line. The team wanting to give it up so easily. But this game will decide it. This for the regular season. Reminder, no one getting eliminated in this one, but a lot of, there's definitely a lot of emotions and on the line here. Both these teams want to have the best ranking they can at the end of the season. They'd love to beat their opponents, and doing so is Dan. Light shot is that found its way in. Yes, it has. It's just falling in for Dan. And yeah, you got to see a little bit of Phantom's player view there, and he really didn't look comfortable having to make the save over his shoulder. He just misread it. BBO Wyrms striking first once again. Now they want number 2. Dunk from JDS. And with the block. Phantom searching. Hydro's been able to wave dash his way back. Now Demo. Never prevented Wyrms from maybe being as confident as they would be on this drive, but still Hydro's got it. Gonna go past everybody. Yes, he has! Oh, Hydro down the field. BBO Wyrms. Hydro. And that's the scary part about this guy. Whenever he wants to, he can just pop off. And the pressure just continues for the Wyrms. In less than a minute, they've already got 2. And now, maybe a return from Galactic. Phantom in front. Hydro's got the dunk. Dan now moves it past Coop, who has to be careful because BBO Wyrms are going to attack with some aggression as well. JDS. Wide. Still gets that second touch just to allow his team some more time to get to it. Dan now will be cleared by X-Sync. Again, we'll have to kind of recall that double tap from JDS off the corner. It's in a situation where realistically it doesn't look like it's doing anything, but trust me, it's done a lot as Hydro's got a free goal here. A straight clear from Hydro, and nobody was back from Galactic. Phantom got a little bit boost hungry. Unfortunately, that boost will cost him as BBO Wyrms with a free shot. And right now, this game looking just like last game. Wyrms off to such an incredible start, really shutting down Galactic SuperNova and even getting to offense. But now they just want to make sure they can secure it. A few more goals will definitely do. Zach Sink in front, saved by JDS. Coop back in midfield. Dan gets the clear. Galactic SuperNova heavily using the corners to get passing plays in front. But it hasn't really found its way to work though, because Wyrms, with how far back they can sit, have those corners covered pretty well. Replay just feeling like Wyrms are ever closer. Hydro stopped by Coop. Galactic SuperNova pushing up again and again. They're led by Demos. Phantom now will be easily kept away, and all they really can get is 1, maybe 2 shots, and that's it. Wyrms are back on the attack. Galactic SuperNova's offense getting stunted here by BBO Wyrms team that is just challenging correctly. It's really allowing each other to follow up the touches so much faster. We have now passed the halfway point in Game 5. BBO Wyrms looking like the team that and run away with this one, but I mean, it's still unproven. Galactic SuperNova can definitely come back in this amount of time. I just need to see them do a little more, especially with those demo plays. If they're not going to get many chances, they can definitely make the most of trying to score them, but I mean, now they're having to play more defense. Stan, dribble, trying to find his way in front, but Phantom has the clear. Galactic SuperNova, even though they've had to play basically all-time defense in this series, they're still trying to attack. They're still trying to get some pressure. But again, they overcommit, and now JDS! What a block from Coop. Galactic SuperNova get it clear. Coop almost getting bumped on the air dribble. Galactic SuperNova. I mean, again, they've proven that their defense definitely is top-notch, but unfortunately, if you don't have offense, there's not much your defense can do. Zach Sink looking for Coop. Maybe just himself. Again, only one shot, and immediately Wyld Wyrms are going to send this one away. Like the Suno having to attack right back. Coop. Near side. That one's saved by Hydro. But a double commit means that net is open. Across! Hydro! Dunked by Coop! Galactic SuperNova still have some hope left in them. A double commit from the Wyld Wyrms, and that unforced error will have a reaction from the SuperNova side. As Deluxe Drew with the radar free. Thank you, Deluxe Drew. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully your stream was fun. Hopefully everything is doing well. Deluxe Drew, one of the players who was, again, I remember you from Aura. Are you still in Aura, by the way? Actually, is that team still in Aura? That team's been around for a while, if you have. As right now we're watching Game 5, Galactic SuperNova, BBU Wyld Wyrms. Two undefeated sides, but right now Wyld Wyrms is in the lead and trying to keep their season undefeated. But Galactic SuperNova trying to make that comeback possible here. With very little time remaining. Coop, dunk on Hydro. Demo, jumping Izak Sink, but JDS, what a great read on the back wall. And Galactic SuperNova have to go all the way back again. Hydro. Coop. And now, I'm starting to run out. Is in front of that Phantom. That's the touch away. Coop now. Hydro. Awkward bounce for Hydro. X-Sync. Saved by Dan. BB Wyld Wyrms just want this one to get away from their nets. They could maybe win it here. There we go. This one will hit the ground. Wyld Wyrms have taken the series in 5. They're still undefeated. A close series, one where a lot of the issues came from the Wyld Wyrms, where they just couldn't score, but in their last couple of games, scoring became a non-issue for them. They got better and better. Maybe this needed a little bit of a warm-up to get things sorted out. Whatever it is, get the win. And again, that is quite the interesting end to our night. It will be JDS BB Wyld Wyrms winning this. As we will go back to this screen again. What a night of action! It's been a weird night to say the least. My return to my kind of return back to Blackline. I always have kind of a return every couple of weeks. As we're gonna see if we can get, if these guys want an interview or not. Is this a league? This is Blackline Championship Series. If you're wondering, it's in the top right corner. It's their logo. That will help you out again. That is the league. We're in the Challenger division. Sorry, the Challenger Series, not the division. Some divisions, a series in this league. As it looks like we're actually going to be getting Hydro to join us for this one, so that'll be fun. Again, we just saw an interesting intro night again. Our first series of the night, which is one that I'm going to have to work on, was Team English and Live Gaming. We had some internet issues during that series, so I'm going to actually have to... so for my YouTube video, if any of you are on my YouTube audience, it will all be pasted together in editing. have to do a little editing tonight. Not fun whenever I have to do that, but I can do it. Whereas our second series went off with less issues, and it will be BB Wild Wyrms who win it in 5. So, an inciting action here is running me here. Actually, is more. It's actually the whole. It's actually the roster of this Wild Wyrms side. Welcome in to the interview. How are you all doing? JDS, congratulations on your win.
Thank you, sir. We're doing good.
Of course.
Feeling peak.
Feeling peak.
It was a really hard fight series, so.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought series. I mean, going against an undefeated team, it definitely felt that way. I mean, and this question again is going to be posed to Hydro here. Hydro, going against an undefeated team, you knew how good this team was. You've probably seen this team before as well, and you definitely know these guys. There's a reason they're 2-0, and before this match, coming in undefeated as one of the scariest teams of this league, take them down in Game 5. I mean, what did you guys do any kind of practice to kind of prepare for this?
Not really. We were just kind of vibing before, and then we saw that the series was here. We didn't do anything too much to prepare. Obviously, we just kind of play the game, usual stuff. So yeah, it wasn't really too much to prepare for. We were just playing the video game as everyone does.
All right, that's a very relaxed comment in a series like this. But of course, this series, you guys did look relaxed, especially the end there. What clicked after Game 3, Dan? What clicked after Game 3? Because after Game 3, you guys just didn't look like you were going to slow down. You guys were really, really comfortable by the looks of it. Did you guys say something, or did you kind of change something, or what was it that kind of changed going into Game 4 that you guys kept for the rest of the series?
So yes, actually, the thing that we did change was actually my own rotation, because I noticed that I was bumping to my own teammates a lot. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to slow down while they can take care of the offense, because I trust my team to take care of the offense, and then I can take care of any cleanup I need to do as third man, because I'm much more comfortable in third man. So if my team can pop off, then I'll let them go. I don't want to get in their way and bump him.
Okay, Dan. Now, Dan. Just weird question for you. Do you live on the East Coast? Because you sound like it.
I'm actually Canadian, so
He's
yeah.
Canadian. Oh, he does live on the East Coast.
Yes. Yeah.
I can tell. You talk fast. Like me. I can tell. Don't
Also
worry.
have a Latin American background too, so there is that.
There is that. Maybe that also will add to it. That will add to it. He's got the perfect mix of the fast talking cultures. Don't worry. You can tell. You can hear me. Same. I just had to ask because I was like, wait a second, another fast talking person. I don't get a lot of those on this stream. Surprisingly.
You have to talk fast too, if you want to play the game competitively.
That is fair. He's got an advantage. Dan's too scary. He talks too fast. Now again, a big win, of course. You guys, though, your season, it doesn't end here, though. Next up, you have to play actually New Age Octanes next week. Again, this was quite an exciting week for you guys. No, you already played Octanes. What am I saying? You already beat Octanes. This is your doubleheader week. Next week, you get to play Lindenwood. You get to play Lindenwood Gold, another scary team, actually. Is there anything you want to tell me about that matchup, JDS? Because you just come off of your doubleheader week. Definitely a good doubleheader. You guys are extremely solid against Lindenwood. What are you guys going to do to kind of prepare for that?
I believe I have played them before. I kind of recognize the name. Maybe a previous BLCS or a different league.
There's a lot of Lindenwood teams, I can tell you that.
Yeah,
this is
for
their
sure.
gold roster.
Yeah, we usually do practices and stuff and scrims we get on before we play ranked. So probably gonna do the same stuff like that. We'll watch over these replays. I generally watch over most of the replays of our games, especially the VODs and stuff. So we'll go over that and fix our mistakes, and hopefully that'll give us a good push for our game next week. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Again, well, congratulations on your win, a Game 5, a clutch series. So happy that I get to have some Blacklight matches, because these are always really insane. Again, congratulations. But before you do go, is there anything else that the team will go? We'll go one by one, I guess, and we'll have a quick just shout-out section for all of you. We'll start with the Hydro. Hydro, you have any shout-outs, any final comments you want to make?
Me probably own goaling was not the greatest thing Game 1, but we don't talk about it, and we regained. So yeah.
Of course. Well, Hydro already talking about what we shouldn't talk about. I see. There's again. You made up for it though. You actually played really well that series, Hydro. I mean, everybody really did, but Hydro. There's definitely like moments over that series I just saw and I was like, man, this guy's going nuts. He's going crazy. Of course, though, we'll then follow up with Dan. Dan, anything that you want to add to that? Any shoutouts, any final statements you want to make?
Actually, yes, I do have a shout out that I do want to make. Hopefully, if he's still watching the stream, shout out to you, Doyle, because
He is.
you don't make that many streams. If not, you don't watch it at all. But if you did stop by, thank you for watching. Shout out to you.
Of course, and then we'll end up with here the captain. JDS, is there anything you want to add? I know your teammates have taken some time. Now it's yours. The floor is yours. Any final statements for the entirety of the team with this?
Shout out to Galactic Gaming, yo. Coop, X-Sync, Phantom. I swear I see these guys like almost all the time in ranked. Really good team. Super close match, honestly. Could have gone either way. Shout out to them. Great game. And thanks to you as well for casting. I know you had a lot of issues with the internet and stuff, but you came through for us, so appreciate it.
Lucky enough for you guys, it was the series before that had way more issues. I was able to reset my internet in between the series there.
Great.
Unfortunately, it's gonna be a little bit of editing work on the back end though, but I'll make sure it works. Again, congratulations on your win, guys. Hopefully, I'll get to see you guys again. You guys are a solid team. So again, congratulations. Have an amazing rest of your night. Good luck next week.
You too. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you
Have a
for
good one.
everything. Have a good.
And that was JS, Hydro, and Dan, the starting roster, at least tonight, for this. I said Ignition. That was our first match for this BBU Wyld Wyrms roster. Again, congratulations to them on the win. Of course, that is it for us tonight. Again, we had 2 matches. I'm gonna do a little bit of editing, as I mentioned. Again, we had a lot of internet issues. Hopefully, we'll be able to fix them. Bless me. I had to sneeze, but there we go. Again, we'll fix it. It's been a weird night. I'm gonna make sure we edit this. So YouTube audience, it'll be a little weird, but don't worry, you'll get used to it, and we'll be back into the swing of things soon. Again, thank you all so much. Have an amazing rest of your night, everybody. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Take care. And the spoiler stream will be offline for a little bit. We'll be back soon.